Hello, welcome back to another episode of
We Go Off.
I'm your host, Ethan.
I'm Pam.
Yes, we love it. Oh my God. So, as you guys probably noticed, we were on a little bit of a hiatus the past couple of weeks.
Sorry.
No, why are you apologizing? It was both.
You're right.
We both
None
had
of you
issues.
missed us. I know. I'm just kidding.
I'm clutching my pearls over here. But, no. So,
But
yeah,
we're
we were
here.
on a little...
We're back.
We're back.
We survived.
We're here. We made it. We did it.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so there was a lot that was going on this past month, and we'll get into it here in a little bit, but we do appreciate all of your guys' patience with us.
Yes,
we
thank
had
you.
done what we thought was going to be a hard start, but we realized it was going to be a soft start to the new season. And so going forward now, I think we will be a little bit more relaxed and calm. And I think we're going to be able to...
We'll be more
with it,
on
yeah.
the weekly for the most part. Yeah, it was just life happens.
Yeah.
I know a lot of you experienced it. Definitely for both of us, life kind of got in the way, and some things you have to put on the side burner until you can get back to it. So now we're cooking and we're back, baby.
Yeah. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Okay. Anyways, but
Exactly.
in the spirit of just informing the people about what we've been up to, what's new with you, Pam?
Yeah, so I got a house.
Oh my God. I was gonna say, do you want to tell them where we're recording right now?
We're recording in my new house. My husband and I got a house, so that's super exciting. We got really lucky. We're really happy with where we're at. So I don't know. It's just one of those big steps. I can't believe I made it, but we're here.
Well, and so she's being very humble, but I want to tell you guys. So, with this, Pam had told me, she was already preparing, this could be a month's search, rather.
Right.
And so, she had mentally prepared for this. And do you want to tell them, in which
My
weekend you found this?
timeline?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So literally, like I said, when I say we got lucky, we got extremely lucky. So, our realtor, we were it was the week of Martin Luther King. It was that weekend.
Yeah.
So on that Saturday, I would say, is when my husband and I were we kind of want to start looking. And so we called our realtor, and she's like, yep, let's look this afternoon after, your husband gets off work.
Yeah.
So we had sent her a few houses on Saturday. We looked at probably 6 or 7 houses, and we're like, oh, okay, these are pretty nice. Quite a bit of townhouses, I will say. There's a lot more townhouses that are popping
Especially in the Albuquerque area.
Yeah, definitely. And then, of course, a lot of the houses on the west side. And so then, that night we looked at a few more houses and we sent them to our realtor. Then on Sunday, we looked at another set of 7 houses. And this was the house that we bought, was the one that we looked at. And we're
Yes.
I think we should just go for it. And so, because it was a house that had only been on the market for a day.
Yeah.
We were our realtor even said this. She's like, you guys probably should hop on this. If you want this house, jump on it now. So we put in an offer same day. We were let's go for it. Just whatever, thinking we weren't going to get it. We were in the bid with probably 6 other offers. It was a pretty hot market for sure.
Oh,
but
yeah, for sure.
We got it. The seller said our bid was the best one. And, we were in negotiations for probably a couple of weeks after. But like I said, we put the bid in mid of January. And now we moved into the house at the end of February. So it was a quick turnaround.
It was a very quick turnaround. Oh my God.
Very rare for this market and for the housing market in general. Normally it takes a few months of looking and putting bids on houses before you get something. And we got the house on the first house we even put a bid on. So I feel really blessed and lucky. I
love it. Oh
I'm
my
so
gosh.
excited. It's so nice to be here, to have a whole space. I've had a few family members over. And Ethan's been over a few times, and my dog Barry is really getting used to it.
Yeah.
So, it's just a super exciting time. I'm definitely a little nervous about the monthly payments, I will admit, but that's how it is when you buy a house. You just kind of go with it. So
yeah, but you guys are killing it. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you.
And I think it's just amazing to see your guys' journey, and I'm excited for the next chapters of your life as well.
Yes,
so.
Thank you. I feel like we're definitely full speed ahead at this point. Getting a house this fast, I'm this is how it's gonna be.
Yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, a little bit before that, partially why we haven't recorded a little bit was the week right after our second episode aired,
Yeah.
when we were supposed to put the third episode, I got a pretty nasty cold. So
Yeah.
I was out of commission for about 5 days.
And it came on so quickly. So it was crazy. So we were going to like do a blitz, right? So we were going to like try to record a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
And so like we were texting, we had a couple of people lined up. And then Pam was like, I'm not feeling that great. And she's like, within like the next like couple hours, she was...
It was
dead.
I
Like, I was
out
like...
of commission. So like what happened was like at like that morning I woke up and you know how you get that like throat, like it's initially throat, and it was like, no, I'm fine. It must just be allergies, even though I don't have allergies. I will admit, I'm like one of the rare people who don't. So
especially in New Mexico, I'm like, oh my God.
I'm very lucky. But yeah, no, I was like, it must be allergies, and I should have known. But then, like, you know, we scheduled a bunch of like recordings. We were trying to do a big blast of those just to get a whole bunch in line. And then we basically... Sorry, my dog wants to talk. Do you hear him at all?
Yeah, you probably heard a little bit of a sniff. That nostrils were on the mic.
Yeah,
it was,
he tipped it a little bit.
yes.
But no, yeah, basically within a matter of 6 hours, I had a mild fever and it hit pretty hard.
And quick. I was like, it was succinct. I was like, oh my God.
I was a little terrified with how fast it hit. So I thought I had COVID, but I didn't. Tested negative like
That's
the 3
good.
times I
Yeah.
tested.
So yeah, that was like the weekend. So we were like, okay, we'll take a bye week. So the next following weekend, right? So I had like plans and everything. So like we were pretty busy. So we were thinking maybe we would just take another bye week because I think it was also in the middle of like when you guys were like in the closing process and everything. Yeah. So I go snowboarding with my cousins, and I remember this distinctly because like I was like trying to like get my bindings of my snowboard on, and like I had bent down to do this, and I remember feeling just like so winded, and I was like, this is really weird, right? So the next morning, because I worked like Monday through Thursday, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna test just to make sure, you know, I don't want to put anybody in jeopardy before I'm like around patients and my coworkers and stuff. I took the first test and it lit up right away. And this COVID test was like bright red, like dark red. And I was like, oh my God.
Didn't you have to wait the 15 minutes?
No, I didn't. It hit that first line and it was all boom. And I was like, but because I don't know if people know this, but like with a lot of the COVID tests, their range has been extended because there was originally an expiration date where it was like, everything's expiring at January 2023. And so anyways, the CDC has like evaluated these tests and realized that because of the strains that are currently active and everything, it could actually be extended for another 6 months or so. So
good to know.
Yeah, it's good to know. So if it says that it's expired, most likely it's not. There's actually a website for everybody. This is a little PSA. But if you guys want to figure out your COVID tests that you have, if you want to figure out how accurate they are or if they're still in date, you can actually go online to the website. You can just scan the QR code that is on every COVID test, and it'll tell you for that lot and expiration what it is currently
the new expiration.
What the new expiration is.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow,
so,
this is so handy, guys. Put this on all platforms. We need everyone to know.
Right? Yeah. Honestly. So, what was kind of funny about this is, so even though I know all this information and everything, I was like, no. I was like, the test that I got is probably expired, and that's why it lit up. So I took another one that was within the expiration window. Right. This one lit up too, and I was like, fuck. So I took a picture of it and I sent it to my coworkers, and I was like,
"Your boy got COVID."
I was like, hey guys, so I know I'm supposed to be there in like an hour, but I just tested positive for COVID, and so, anyways, it was funny because like in like talking to my manager afterwards, it was funny, but in the moment, so my manager sends me this text and it's like very matter of fact. Like it was like, you need to take off the next 5 days. You no longer have COVID pay. And basically we'll see you next week.
Damn.
And I was like,
all the bases, I
like,
guess.
no, like, I hope you feel better. No, nothing and everything. And so like when I got back to work,
so over it.
Yeah, honestly, especially with me, cause I've tested positive like 3 times. He's like, are you freaking kidding me, Ethan?
You again?
Yeah. So anyways, long story short, I like had talked to him the next day or the next week at work rather. And so when I got there, I was like, I'll be honest. I was like, your text kind of like came a little like crass. It came very matter of fact. And he was like, I just copied that from like what was on the website. He's like, sorry. He was like, I didn't even think about it. He was like, I was just like,
I
I
didn't
just
even
sent it
try
off.
to give you some kindness. I was
Yeah.
just like, here's the information you need.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, that's fine. So anyways, that happened. And so during all of this
Yikes.
debacle, that was also the same time that Pam was moving in to her new house and
That was
everything.
the following weekend after I got the cold, so.
Yeah, so it was just like things just like kept happening and happening, and like me and Pam really hadn't even talked. And if you know anything about either of us, like if we don't talk for more than like a week, we think that our friendship is like over.
We're like, it's done. They hate me.
They hate me.
It's
This is
gay.
it. Like it was a good time knowing them.
I know.
Have a good one, you know.
Have a good one.
Have a good one. Yeah.
We
no,
get
but
super dramatic. We're very much, unfortunately, I think we both have people pleaser intentions.
Traits. Yeah, I
and
think we
traits,
do,
right?
yeah.
So that was just one of the things. But
all that being said, you know, I think we're both really excited because, you know, spring has arrived. I had told Pam, I was like, it feels like I popped an MDMA capsule. I'm like, I am happy again.
You're
I'm like,
the
goodbye,
sun is
sadness.
out.
Yeah.
I can have
I'm like,
some
yeah,
vitamin
exactly.
C.
Annie, bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun. Yeah, that's me for sure. But so I think we're both really excited, and I think we have a really awesome prospect. This week, for instance, we are going to be talking about vacations.
Oh, and traveling.
Yeah, and traveling.
You know
I
that
think it's going to be fun.
Most of you know that's my top one thing I love to do.
If there was anything above her head, it would say, I love traveling. Yeah.
Basically, I should have that just tattooed on me at this point.
You really should.
Should I have
That'd be
my
a cute
passport
tattoo.
tattooed on me?
Yes!
Even though I
That'd
don't
be-
have one. But you know I could do it.
You could do it. You could do it. I
Make
love
it
it. Yeah.
happen.
But, and then I also wanted to apologize, especially on my end, because I am very nasally because of
Aren't we
allergies.
both? Our nasal.
Nasally, nasal. No, yeah, but
That's all good.
so yeah, that was like kind of like everything that was new. Before we get into the episode, though, you know, some light housekeeping. You know, the social media on Instagram is We Go Off Podcast.
And I'll start back up this week as well.
Yeah, exactly. Literally, this is like another like soft start, I think, to this season.
We're having another start. It's
Yeah,
happening.
woo! You know what? We wanted some more attention. You know,
I guess so. We
I'm
didn't
just
leave
kidding.
you all behind. We just
No, we
had
didn't.
to
We just
get our
ducks in a row,
situations
yeah.
in order. I guess so.
Yeah, no, we're
Wow.
doing great though, and we're so excited to be back at it again. You know, so
Agreed.
you can also find us on basically anywhere where you're streaming. You know, we are on 9 platforms. The full list is on our website. Based off of Anchor. So if you go on there, you can actually see all the platforms that we're on. So that's a
Right.
really cool enterprise. So just look us up. You'll probably find us. So
Exactly.
let your friends know about it, and anybody else that you think would be interested in it. You know, just we're two
Right.
friends who are out here talking. And if you're interested in joining us as
Yes,
well,
I was gonna say, be a guest speaker, guys. I know we had some of you lined up and just kind of fell through. I know sickness is kind of rampant out there, so
It
if you're
is,
sick,
yeah.
we'll figure out another time. No worries. But
and there's no issue with
Right.
it. Yeah, we will
even
always
though
try to
I will
incorporate you.
say we will banter a little bit about it, we're just teasing. We're not seriously
Yeah, exactly.
upset.
No,
It's
we're not
fine.
upset. Yeah. But so as you can probably tell, I'm very talkative and a little bit
you
happy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pam, what are we drinking tonight?
All right, apologies to all my is it French? Is this what this is? I have no idea.
I
Anyway,
think it's French.
is
Yeah,
it
because
French?
Champagne, right?
I have no idea. Anyway, we're having Brouet Champagne.
Ooh,
Yeah, was that
is she
right?
partially
I'm
French?
Russian.
Parfait French.
Definitely
I don't
from
know.
Europe somewhere, so you know it's fine. Anyway, yeah, we're having some champagne.
Yeah. Champagne. Just kidding.
My voice is struggling. I'm
No,
so
it's
sorry.
okay. But it was really good. It was a little bitter at first, but
After having some more, we finished the bottle, of
we
course.
did,
you
of
know.
course. I mean,
no shame.
No shame. But we paced ourselves, you know.
We did.
I took at least 2 glasses of water, and I'm having to pay for that right now because I have to pee. But it's
No
okay.
bladder.
We'll make it through. We'll make it through. I mean, I have the bladder of a squirrel, so you know this already. So
If that.
she's like, it's a
Alright.
mouse. Anyways, so
Let's move on to song of
Yeah.
the week. Ethan, what's your song of the week this week?
yeah, so mine is by a TikTok artist. I'm sure a lot of you guys know. It's by artist Jake, and the song is called "This Is What Falling in Love Feels Like."
This is love.
Listen, yeah, it is what it falling in love.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool song. It has good vibes, good energy, and I just recommend it. You know, and it was funny because I think Pam, right at first when I played it, she was like, "Oh my god, I know this song," and apparently it's used on a phone commercial. You said?
Yeah, it's like that new flip phone with the screens, like where it's like a flat screen, but you flip it, and it's like emphasizing this is what falling in love feels like. Like,
was it Samsung? I swear to God,
it probably
is. Of course
was.
it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, no, this is definitely a song I knew. It was funny because he was like, "Oh, what's this song?" I was like, "I don't think I've ever heard of it." And then as soon as he put it on, I'm like, "Oh no, I know."
Yeah.
Song.
She knew all the. Bet she knew the lyrics better than I did. I was like, okay.
You know what? No shame. It happens.
But anyways, Pam, what is your song?
Yeah, so my song's a very mellow, laid-back song. I know a lot of the songs I have recommended have been kind of, what's it called? Silk
techno. Yeah.
This is another one of those. It's called Someday. It's the Detroit edition, and it's by Liam Taylor. Is it Lilium?
Yeah. No, it's Liam. It's Liam. It's double L.
Okay, yeah, so Liam Taylor. So I definitely recommend if you're very much into that, like I said.
It was such a vibey song. Very atmosphere. Yeah.
Yeah, no, for this one especially, I really like listening to the song when I'm driving to work because it kind of clears my mind and
That's
it gives
a really
very,
good idea. Yes.
I guess, like you said, clears and very atmospheric, very kind of like calming song. Mm-hmm. So yeah, definitely recommend.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. So. All that should clear up our housekeeping here. And so when we come back here, you're going to hear our interview here with Pam's sister, Anna, about vacation.
My older sister. We love having her, and we're so excited to have her here. So when we come back, we'll get to that segment.
All right. We'll be right back.
Hello.
Welcome back.
We
Go Off.
Today we have a special guest speaker. It's my lovely older sister Anna. Hey Anna.
Woo! Hey guys.
How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me. This is awesome.
Of course.
Well, we're so excited. I know Ethan and I had talked and we were like, what people do we want as special guests? Because this season we're trying to get more people who want to be on the podcast on our podcast.
Love that. Love that.
And I was just like, Anna, I feel like she would love this. So.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, cutting time out of your day to be with us. But yes, Anna, if you want to tell us a little bit of who you are.
Who I is.
Who are you?
Who I is. Well, like Pam said, I'm the oldest in our family. I have a 5-year-old offspring. She is a terror, but I love her to pieces.
So sweet.
She is. She's a good kid. She's just extremely high energy, and I'm fat and old, so here we are. Let me tell you, 30 is feeling much rougher than I ever anticipated. But
saying 30's the new 20? Is that not a thing?
No, 30's the new 80. At least for me. No, just kidding. No, I love it. No. But I teach. That's my profession of choice. I teach culinary arts to high schoolers. It's a lot of fun. I enjoy the teenagers. The little kids are harder for me, but I love them teenagers. Give me the sass.
So funny because I think Anna and I, we get along so well, but we're definitely opposites in the
100%.
not to be creepy. I love teaching little kids. Let's clarify, okay? But she's very much, I like the older children. I like the sass. And I'm over here like, if they gave me sass, I'd probably go cry in the corner. So,
Okay, but let's just be real. I have cried in the corner. That's fine. So it happens.
All teachers. I have had people tell me that too. Anyway, if I ever become a teacher, she'll be my guide because.
Yes.
Anyway.
I know you are God sent. I don't know. Like honestly.
Thank you. Do go on.
You're saying you don't want to be a teacher?
Oh God, no. I don't even know if I want to be a parent. Okay, I'm like.
Hashtag real talk.
She's checking everything over here. She's a parent, she's a teacher, and she teaches culinary arts. Like, that's got to be, like, super difficult, right? Like, because I'm sure these kids are so rowdy and rambunctious.
I was going to say, I think because this is actually my first year teaching culinary arts. I actually taught math and science last year. I'm kind of a jack of all trades. But, there you go. But, going from a math classroom where, kids walk in, they're like, I hate math, therefore I hate you, and it just sucks, to a classroom where they come in excited was awesome.
Right.
But in a math classroom, everyone's contained in their little desk, and they have their pencils and paper, whatever.
Much more control.
In a culinary lab, like this week, we're in our deep fat fried unit. I have 30 high schoolers handling sharp knives and 380 degree oil. Woo!
It's
I've had teachers come in and be like, I could never do what you do. But honestly, it's controlled chaos. My ADHD brain absolutely loves it, eats it up. So, it works out.
I wish I had culinary arts in high school. I was so mad they took it out completely.
Yeah.
At where I was at, they just, you know what? We don't have enough money to fund this. We're just going to take it out.
My middle school had like a whole setup for it, right?
Oh,
but
really?
we didn't ever use it. Literally, like, it was just sitting there idly by, just like all like these ovens and everything. It was like a perfect setup, but they just like discarded it. I guess like
oh my gosh.
So the culinary arts teacher, she actually became the principal, and then I guess nobody was qualified therefore
So
afterwards.
the principal who's the culinary arts wasn't like, let me bring someone in.
Right? You would think, right? No, I think she was like, I'm the legacy. Nobody else can supersede
that's
me.
weird.
Yeah,
I
it was a
don't
little
like that
interesting.
one
So
bit.
That's not good.
Terrible.
but
Well, I appreciate you telling us more. You're a pretty fantastic woman.
Oh, thank you.
I love
Honestly,
this gal.
Likewise.
what a badass,
Right?
you know?
Yeah. Anyway, but we had to bring her on because I think this week we're going to be talking about travel, right?
Yeah.
And I know we all, I don't know, I haven't, I guess, asked you much, Ethan, about your travels, but I think
I'm
we
a
all
little
have...
offended. I'm just
You should be. No, sorry, that's my bad. But I would love to hear, I guess maybe a good starting point is, where is the furthest you've traveled? Anna, if you want to start.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah. So I've actually been to Norway. I lived there for 18 months. I was serving as a church missionary, so it was kind of fun because when you go on vacation places, you see the very tourist surface.
Right.
Since I was a resident there, learned the language, and was like using public transit, like I got to see the good, the bad, and the ugly of Norway, which there's not a lot of ugly. Absolutely gorgeous there.
I've seen some photos and it looks
Fantastic. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
The wintertime sucked, especially, with seasonal affective disorder where you don't see the sun for 6 months. Yeah, no, let's just say Zoloft was my best friend. But, we made it through. It's okay. But summertime in Norway, oh my gosh, just absolutely gorgeous, So it was a very beautiful place. And the people they're very proud of their country. It was really just, I don't know. It was a really neat place to visit. And, at one point I got good enough at the language I passed as a native Norwegian. I did. It was really fun. It was actually kind of a dangerous situation. We were walking home one night. And they were having an anti-American rally in the courtyard. Some sort of legislation had passed, and they were really upset about it. So they're like burning flags, like crazy stuff. Like for an American, I was like,
to see this?
I'm not safe. And so the church that I'm affiliated with is fairly known as like an American church, quote unquote. And so I told my roommate, I was like, take off your name tag. Like and so we started walking through the courtyard, and they're like, hey, where are you ladies headed? And so I told her, I was like, if anyone talks to us, you don't talk, because she had a horrific American accent, so bad. No. And so I was like, don't talk. So we started talking, and he was like, oh, where are you guys headed? And I was like, oh, we went to dinner with some friends. We're headed home. And he was like, have a good night, ladies. And he was like, your accent is strange. And I was like, oh, my mother's from Spain. I'm only half Norwegian.
That was so smart.
Yeah, because, my companion looked Norwegian, so he didn't question her. Blonde hair, blue-eyed, very petite. And here I am, I was a 200-pound, 5'8", beefy, brown-haired, brown-eyed woman, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, my mom's a Spaniard. He's like, oh, awesome, cool, well, have a great night. And my companion the whole time was like, we're gonna die. Like, it was crazy. So at that point I was like, yes, I've mastered the language. Like, it was really cool. But
I can live here now.
Exactly. I can pass as a local. But I mean, other than that, like I said, and I get it, America's not everyone's best friend all the time. Totally understand. But
I don't blame most people who think that.
Yeah,
I get it. There's some rough sides to America.
Let's be honest. Everyone's got a dark side, and we're not excluded. You know what I mean? And so, scenery wise, fantastic. Food, it's okay. Which I don't know about you guys, but when we plan out vacations, food. It's all centered around food. So,
No, I'm the same way. That's pretty amazing, Norway. I think a lot of people I've talked to, in terms of travel, that's almost one of the top places that people want to go to. So it's amazing that you had that experience and the ability to be there for 18 months, and you get to live, and don't you get to move around Norway?
You do, yeah. So the way it works is, these missionaries just kind of get scooted around every once in a while, and so I got the privilege. I got to live in 4 different cities while I was there over the 18 months. So mostly in the, the southern and the western part of Norway.
Right.
Fun fact, they didn't send any girl missionaries up north for the winter because the people up there, like the poor things, mental illness just runs rampant, and they didn't think it was safe.
Really?
And up at the tip top of Norway, it is dark. It's not just like
So it's like
darker.
Antarctica.
It's like nighttime all the time.
So like how Antarctica is like either all white and all dark.
Correct.
It's similar to that.
Correct.
Oh, wow, that's
yeah.
interesting.
So yeah, but since I was down in the western and southern areas, I never had to experience that. But I also didn't get to see the northern lights. That's something I get asked a lot. But
Oh wow.
the one night they were visible, it was cloudy. I was like, why?
How dare you?
It was so bummer.
Wow,
but
that's
yeah,
pretty
it was a
amazing.
great place to go. But
Well, that's a pretty wild story. I will
Yeah.
have to ask you more about that.
Oh, yeah,
another time.
100%,
But
anytime.
That sounds pretty cool. Like I said, I saw a ton of pictures. I did miss my sister the whole time, but the whole she sent so many photos and she brought
That's
back
amazing.
amazing
Yeah.
candy bars. They have some good candy bars.
dude, chocolate for days.
Oh, I bet. Norwegian chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
good.
What?
I felt privileged to.
Okay,
taste
dude, when
it.
I got back and I put a Hershey's bar in my mouth, like, okay, now I don't care because Hershey's is what I got and fat girl
Yeah.
gotta eat. But like, but dude, the Norwegian chocolate was so creamy. First time I put that Hershey bar in my mouth, I was like, this is wax. Like, it was so gross. I was like,
Well,
but
because American chocolate, especially, we put so much sugar
Yes.
into these. It is like 80% sugar in composition, so it's not great.
pretty
Yeah.
heavy.
And then it's like, yeah, it tastes like wax. It leaves a film in your mouth. It's not great. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, totally
Yucky.
different experience. But,
Yeah.
you know,
No.
definitely if you get the chance and are able to travel to Norway, you give
Do
it
it.
10 out of 10.
There you go, 10 out of 10. My favorite city was called Stavanger. That's the native tongue. Stavanger or Stavanger, as the Americans call it. It's on the west coast. Absolutely beautiful city, and it's cool because it borders the ocean and it has fjords. So, and it's also the most Americanized, tourist-friendly city that I visited. So,
okay. So
but
they won't be like, pulling you on the side of the street being like, where are you from?
no, yeah, that was in the like southern tip, and yeah, that was a whole different story. But yeah, no, so Stavanger is very, very friendly, and they're just amazing people, amazing place. So yeah, that would be my city of recommendation.
Thank you for telling your story. That's pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah, for
I
sure.
would love to go to Norway. So
Yeah, for real.
So
Same here.
awesome. All right, well, sidetrack. Ethan, where's the furthest you've traveled?
Okay, so the furthest that I have traveled was the Dominican Republic. So,
I didn't know this.
you didn't? What?
No, remember? I was like, did you travel at all?
I know. I mean, I was a little offended by that, but
I
it's
know.
okay.
You can slap me silly later. Anyway,
okay.
tell me more.
Never. But
Thank you.
anyways, so Dominican Republic. So in my religion, we have like this kind of call to action that's called "Serve where the need is greater," right?
Oh, okay.
So obviously America, because again, I have also an American-based religion. We are kind of saturated here, right? You
Right.
know, like we have people who are serving everywhere,
Right.
and so. My aunt was going to be going to DR, Dominican Republic, and so she had invited me to go with them. And so for 2 months, I went out there, and like I served where the need was greater. And so it was like a super
That's really cool.
amazing
That is
experience,
cool.
And so it was really awesome because my family had helped me finance the trip a little bit because I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm going to do this.
Right,
Like, I don't know how
right.
this is going to work. And so they helped finance it. And so it was crazy because I had never had a passport or anything. So like just going even to the post office to deal with this,
Such
like
a hassle.
it was such a hassle. And it took months. Like literally, we were gonna be leaving it in I think it was October, and I had to get everything squared away. Like back in like I feel like we started in June just to make sure
I'm not
that we
surprised. Yeah.
had everything. Yeah,
That's
so-
crazy.
And honestly, the passport has come in clutch. Like post
Yeah.
that. Especially when I turned 21, that thing came in clutch. You know? I was like, yeah. But it was so cool to go out there and like have this experience, right? So people there are just so friendly, like right off the bat, And I felt bad because a lot of it is Spanish speaking out there, especially because we had gone to the right side of the island, so that is more
Okay.
so. There's Haitian on the other side, but a lot of it is Spanish in the DR side of it, of course.
Right.
And so just like being there and serving for a little while, it was like a super humbling experience because these people were willing to give you the clothes off their back.
Yeah.
But I was like coming here and I was like, oh my God, like.
You're like, I should be giving you my clothes.
Literally,
Right?
I'm like, you want a tie? You want a dress shirt? I'm like, I can try to help you in like some regard. And so
Right.
it was a super humbling experience because like I had never been. So the best way to get to the Dominican Republic is you have to fly out to New York, right?
Oh, wow.
And you would think maybe like
New York.
Listen, I know. It's like. It's literally like $1,000 cheaper to like go that route than if you went through like Florida down to DR.
I believe
Oh, weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I believe
That's
it.
America for you.
I was going to say, capitalism.
Yeah. So we went up to New York and I was like super excited about that because I had never been in New York City. And so just like exploring that little avenue for a day or two. And then we went down to DR and it was so crazy because like as soon as the plane landed, right, like the vents start I don't know, like the
blowers or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
You felt the humidity.
well, not even just the humidity, but like it was literally like steam was coming out.
Oh,
because there was
jeez.
So much.
You're like,
This is it. I'm like, I'm gonna be dying.
Han Solo in the carbonite. This is not how I go out.
Literally, right? So we get off the plane, and yeah, the humidity. I had never experienced humidity. You know, you go to California or something like that.
Nothing.
It's like kind of humid. No.
California. I'm sorry.
I mean, we live in a high desert. Okay, what do we have here?
You're right.
That's
Like,
true.
It's dry as a bone. For
Our
sure.
air sucks the moisture out of our skin. So,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly. My lips right now cracked. You know?
100%.
I need
100%.
lotion.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, you know, we land and there was like literally in the airport terminal, like a band that was playing like some traditional Dominican Republic music.
Ooh, that's cool.
Like right there, and it was like so cool, right? And so, with the religion I was affiliated with, we had like connections. So like somebody had picked us up from the airport, and because the rules were a little bit more lax, I'm like sitting in the back of the truck, just like chilling back here. Just like we had like a 44
on the highway. You're like,
yeah, exactly. Like,
it's like a college movie, man.
Right?
It sounds like
Yeah.
a moment.
and so it was so cool. So like we get to oh my god, it was oh my god, I cannot remember the name of the.
Is it a city?
It's a city, yeah. But we oh my god, I will have to look this up. But anyways,
I wish I was better at geography. I'm so sorry.
I'm upset that I do not remember because I spent 2 months here. You would think I would remember, right?
I mean, I have trouble remembering, like, where's North and South America? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. She said, "Are we in North
But,
or
like,
South
you
right
know,
now?" Right?
that next step up, that's how bad I am at geography. So, you're
Yeah.
already doing so good.
But so we end up where we're at, and like there was like this crazy deal because you know money doesn't transfer the same way. So like we
Correct.
were like literally staying in like this
Oh.
like penthouse. That's the best way to describe it. Like in this like little building, literally the ocean was right here, like right in front of
Wow.
us. Like
Wow.
beautiful beach. Like it was just a really great experience. Like there was like all these like amazing like DR like food restaurants like within like probably like a 0.5 miles of like walking.
Just walk there.
Yeah, just
Oh,
walk
I
there.
love
Yeah.
that.
That sounds great.
I
I
know.
know.
I'm like, when we going?
All right, I was
Yeah,
going to say,
exactly.
book the flight. Let's go.
Hey, it's amazing. I would love to go back.
Yeah.
And so, you know, the first couple of days we're just getting acclimated a little bit. We enjoy some of the natural scenery around us and everything. And then we get to preaching. So we would go into like these little communities. They have what they call gagwas. I don't know if you ever have like heard of this. So
No.
think of like a little bus, but the driver has taken like, I don't know, speed or something.
Yeah.
They're like, "Ah!" And like literally you're holding on for dear life. Like you're like, I might die at any moment. They are weaving in and out of traffic. You're just like going as
Yes.
like quick as you can. And like you're saying a prayer to God like through this. You're like, I
You
might
sent
not
me
be
here.
good
You
at
better
this.
come through on your word to
Yeah,
protect me.
exactly. I'm here serving you right now. I better make it through this right now. Yeah.
That
So
is wild.
we're doing this and it was really cool because I got the privilege. We have assemblies as well, and so during this part, the whole island had convened at this like one location, and it was in an outdoor assembly area. So most like facilities that my religion have, they are like completely, you know, structured, like,
Right,
walled
right.
in and everything.
Right.
But this was like an open air one, so it was.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Basically, this giant I don't even know what to call it. Like just this like
a gazebo
kind of.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And it could fit like 2,000-3,000 people in there.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Gazebo.
And so,
like a Coca-Cola Center. Massive. I'm just kidding.
And so it was amazing. And so because of where I was in the religion, like I was able to be one of the attendants of the facility, and I didn't know anything. I was like over here, like I think the restrooms are that way, you know. But I was a person who's supposed to be directing people. Like,
you're supposed to know everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And so I guess like this whole experience, like it was just a very humbling thing, like seeing how other people lived and just how amazing people could be. And so like during this whole time, it just felt like I had really like invested into my faith in this religion, because it was just, I don't know, it was a very invigorating thing, but it was just like one of those things. Like I also was like serving in like a paradise area, you know,
right.
There's like palm trees everywhere, and like
how
it's
long
so
were you
green.
out there?
So I got back, end of December.
So how many months ago?
That was 2 months.
2
yeah.
months, okay,
Yeah.
So I'm like, do the math for me. I can't
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It was beautiful, you know, and I recommend it. Anybody who wants to go to DR.
10 out of 10? You give it a 10?
Yeah, for sure. It was very nice, plain amenities, you know, like it was a very gentle ride, you know, like you get some turbulence some places, but we were very lucky the time of year that we went and everything, you know, the hurricanes had already passed and everything, so
That's
it was a good time of year, yeah.
Very beautiful.
So, yeah, that was my little experience.
Aw, that sounds fun.
Yeah, and
I
then-
would love to go there. Ooh.
I know.
Oh, any tropical place, I'm like, call me, I'm going to show up. I don't care if I don't have the money.
Where's my bikini?
Right, that's me. I'm
Honestly,
like, I don't care. Just
I'm like, Pam, we should plan a trip.
Yeah.
I
There you go.
love
Yes,
it.
I would
Yeah.
love to.
oh,
My husband can take care of the offspring for a week. It's fine. He's done it
You know
before.
what? I want to do like a grand relaxation trip.
Let's do
At
it.
least like I'd say 3 to 5 days would be my ideal. I love traveling. I'm a travel bug. I
Yeah.
blame my parents. They always took me on a vacation once a year, and now I'm like, I gotta go on 3 a year. You know, try to up them. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
That's me. Oh.
Well,
you
kind of
want
on
me
that
to-
note then, like, let's hear about your travels, Pam.
Okay.
Twist her arm, right?
Right?
You're asking me? I'm just kidding. Anyway, so I know probably 95% of you who are listening to this have already heard this story, and I'm so sorry. I'm that person that goes on a trip, and I'm like, oh, 5 years later, I'm like, oh, that one time in Puerto Rico.
Oh, Puerto Rico. There it is.
There it is. I knew you were going to mention Puerto Rico.
So that's, I guess, okay, so it's like between, okay, which one's further? Puerto Rico's probably further than Hawaii, right?
I think Hawaii's further, right? Are we
I
talking
mean,
from the United
I don't
States
teach geography.
or
Well,
from
yeah,
us?
well, from us, I guess, I don't know. Those are the two. So if we're talking in terms of the furthest I've traveled, so I've traveled to Hawaii and I've traveled to Puerto Rico. But if we're
Okay.
talking about the better trip, it was Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got
Oh,
it.
okay, guys. So, like, and it was a funny story. So, for our honeymoon, this is where me and my husband went for our honeymoon. And, we're like, where are we going to go? We had some people say, oh, I'll get you a hotel in Santa Fe. We're like,
Bar.
right?
Why?
And I'm like, okay. But then my mom, she was like, oh, on Jimmy Fallon, they said Puerto Rico's open because they had just gotten hit by the hurricane the year
Right.
prior. So they're trying to, like,
Oh, that's right.
bump up their tourism. So, like, flights there were stupid cheap. The hotels, anything out there was super, like, cost friendly. And so we're like, let's do it.
Yeah.
Go to Puerto Rico. The flights are good and stuff. We get there. Oh my gosh. Just like the sound, the freaking ambiance. I was like, I'm going to live here when I retire.
Pam's about to retire tomorrow.
I was just going to say, all right, happy retirement, Pam.
Puerto Rico. So anyway, it was a little frazzled when we got to the airport. We pull up. Get to the airport, we get a taxi to our Airbnb, and our Airbnb was like literally at the beach. It was like the one overlooking the beach. So when you wake up, you can hear the crashing of the waves.
Yes. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, anyway, so it was awesome. So we get there, but we hadn't had anything to eat all day. So we went to this Cheetos restaurant. If you're in Puerto Rico now listening, go to Cheetos, the best.
Cheetos?
Wait, okay, are we talking like Chester Cheeto,
That's kind of what
cheesy puff Cheeto?
No, so it's Cheetos, Chitos.
Oh, okay.
Cheetos, yeah.
Cheetos.
I'm like picturing a whole restaurant dedicated to the Cheetos chip by Frito-Lay. I'm like,
I'm
what?
seeing the animal with the
Yes,
glasses.
the tiger with the glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chester Cheeto up in here.
Yeah.
I'm giving it a bad rep. No,
This
this
is
is
Cheeto, right?
Oh, Cheeto, the Cheeto.
Yeah.
whatever.
Anyway, sorry. So Cheetos, Chitos. Tell us about Cheetos.
Thank you. I actually have a cup of it still.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. So picture like of course the classic beachside restaurant where like there's no windows. It's all just like the breeziness. Mind you, Puerto Rico is like probably the most mild tempered weather-wise, so it's always between like 79 and 85. Is like the temperature year round.
I'm like,
I know. I just
so
like
nice.
Yeah. So we got some fish tacos there, the best fish tacos. I will say, if you go anywhere tropical and don't get fish tacos, you're vacationing wrong. I do love food. No, but like just fish tacos at a tropical location are so much better than like fish tacos in New Mexico.
Okay, anything fish here is just.
it's not great.
No.
It's not the best. Anyway. I'm going off. I'm reliving my vacation. Can you tell? I'm just
Pam's there now, so Pam's done. Ethan, just kidding.
Take me back. Anyway, so like just highlight points. We did a bio bay in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
It's one of those things you've seen where like you go into the water and you move your arms and there's like little organisms in the water that light up.
The bioluminescence.
Yeah, bioluminescence.
There you go.
Thank
See,
you.
biology teacher coming in clutch.
There we
Yeah. Jack of all trades. We weren't lying, folks. Anyway,
Yeah.
so but that was really cool because you go. It's kind of creepy, honestly, because you're going out in the like this huge water. And it's like, all right, jump in, and it's like
At
pitch
night,
black.
right? Yeah, no,
At night.
no.
It's like
my
9
God,
at
no.
night.
Nessie's under there. I'm not jumping in.
Well, I know it's kind of creepy because you're like, your whole body's like, don't
Don't
do
do it.
Don't
Yeah.
do
This
it.
is how we die.
And I'm like, I'm gonna do it. And so I was like the
Pam
first
is
one who
fearless,
jumped
always.
in. I was
100%.
like, into the pool. And like, I opened my eyes underwater. You shouldn't do that either. But like, you could see the water glowing.
That's
And it wasn't
amazing.
like perfect glow like you see in photos. That's only when like there's a new moon, so there's like no light. We had like a partial moon, so it wasn't as like vibrant, but you could still see it.
That still sounds so cool.
Yeah, it was so cool. I definitely recommend because I think Puerto Rico is one of like the only 5 places in the world where they have bio bays like that. So
And get to it, folks, because climate change is
Climate
coming and
change.
we're all gonna die. No, just kidding.
I'm dramatic. Please recycle. Anyway,
Reduce, reuse,
Who's
recycle.
recycle?
so that was a highlight. I also went scuba diving for the first time,
Oh,
which was
my
really
God.
cool. I loved it. My poor husband, unfortunately, we realized he is seasick. He threw up 4 times.
On the boat to get out there, or like
Yeah, on the boat to get out there. So on the boat to get out there,
Oh.
and then of course where they put you is they just anchor it, so the water or your boat's still free floating in the water. So that really got him, and so I felt bad because I was like loving my life, and he's over here throwing up. I'm like, you
Why
okay?
does a sheet over
Are
here?
you okay? I'm like, all right, I'll be in the water. Thank you. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
Not terrible. It was amazing, but also like it was a mix. Anyway. Next time I'll be more prepared. So that was really nice.
Yes.
And then they had, like I said, fish tacos were amazing. They had really good, with rum, what's it called?
A
pina colada. There you go.
Yeah,
If you
the
like
pina coladas.
Yeah,
Getting covered
that
in
was
rain.
amazing. We went to the beach like every day, at least for like 2 hours. I was like,
Dude.
we're right next to the beach because
We will live at the beach.
well, so like we got an Airbnb, so like we were in like an apartment complex that's right next to the beach, which was so much better because if you're at a
Yeah.
hotel, everyone's there, but in this apartment complex, there's like a segment where no one's there because we went from like
Oh, because it's
Oh,
outside of the hotel's
right.
boundary.
yeah.
Ah,
And
okay.
so it's
Yes,
like
yes,
Tuesday
yes.
to Tuesday, so everyone who lives there is working.
Yeah.
So you get that whole beachfront to yourself, which was amazing. And then of course we last thing that was really fun was we did jet skis. I haven't ever done that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That was wild. I will
Was
say,
this in the ocean, I'm assuming?
Yeah, in the ocean.
Okay,
There you
It
go.
was pretty wild. I will admit. Be careful
sounds
of
like-
waves.
I was gonna say. I could see Pam going like 8 feet airborne. She's all.
And with the fearlessness, she would, no hands!
I would. I just dive right back in.
Backflip.
You know what? Yeah, give me that props. Anyway, no, but like that was pretty fun. We hit one wave and we almost like flipped the jet ski.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
So be careful of waves, but definitely recommend. So other than that, amazing trip. We were out there for about 8 days. It's not as long as you guys, but
Yeah.
I got the very touristy visitor
But that's
side
nice
of
too.
things.
That's amazing,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
it's,
you
it's
know.
definitely nice. We wanted to see like those, like I said, core things that you don't normally get to see anywhere else.
Right.
So that was really cool. But personally, 11 out of 10 recommend.
She put us to shame.
She did. I'm all sorry, Norwegians. I didn't love.
Sorry, Dominican
Sorry.
Republic.
I mean, I will admit, I think we have a good crew in terms of travel. You guys have had some good travel interactions and things like that.
I guess, like, yeah, I was going to ask, like, what would be your favorite place to go? Like, we talked about the furthest place, but is there, like, a place that is, like, kind of, like, your journey point?
Yeah, so there's a little town up in Colorado. They're like 20 minutes outside of Colorado Springs. It's called Manitou Springs.
Oh.
The
Okay.
ultimate little hippie town. So this was somewhere that our parents used to take us growing up.
Yeah.
And so they have a outdoor penny arcade, and it's like legit cabinets from back in the day. It's still only a quarter to play. They have some like newer games too, but everyone has those. So like we go up there, and we've gotten my daughter addicted. She's already been like, when are we going to Manitou? And I'm like, when we save money, which is really hard right now.
Yeah.
But you know, we try to go up there once a year. They also have a really cute little theme park up there called the North Pole, and it's Christmas themed. And for my daughter who's 5,
Okay.
they're all like rides she can ride. There's no like giant coasters or anything.
Right.
So, you know, it's just a really nice little town, and we just have met the coolest people there, and they have tons of little boutiques, and you know me, I love a good tie-dye shop, you know,
There you
hippie
go.
hippie, but
Yeah.
you know, tie-dye shops, it's such a fun little town, and you can walk everywhere. You know, it's one of those
Right.
little towns with all the fun gift shops.
You
So
just park and walk. You
We
don't-
do.
Don't
Yeah.
take your car anywhere. It's not
and then, of
worth
course,
it.
if you go 45 more minutes up, I-25, there's an IKEA. So you gotta visit the IKEA while you're there.
Always,
Get them
yes.
meatballs. You know, reminds me of Norway, but you know, I mean, it's Swedish, which is not the same, but it's close. So there's
There
that.
you
But
go.
yeah, so I think you
So
know,
Manitou
Manitou
Springs,
Springs, Colorado. That's
Yeah.
our go-to spot, I guess.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I love
Yeah.
that. Okay, Ethan, what's your go-to
What's your
spot?
go-to?
Okay, this is like a little bit twofold, right? Because like for me, there's two things that matter a lot in my life. There's like this kind of like urban person that I want to be, but also I'm a huge snowboarder, right? So
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
love it,
Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
I've been up there like 13 times this year already. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
But
he
anyway,
gets the
so
season pass.
Oh, okay. I was all, dang boy, where's that money?
it's the
That's
sugar
what I'm
daddy.
saying.
It's
I'm just
okay. There
kidding.
you go. Yes.
No, but so
Oh my
Durango, Colorado. It's like super close
Yes.
to Durango Mountain Resort. It used to be known as Purgatory, but you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and then there's also right down the way as well, Wolf Creek as well. So it's like two of the best places where like ton of snow. So that is like an amazing place. Plus it's a cute little vibe, and like Pagosa Springs is right there as well.
Yes.
So you can go sit in the
Right.
like hot springs, and it's amazing, right? So it's a great little cluster to be in, like right around that area. So like for snowboarding, that's where I really like. But the place I really want to talk about is New York City. And
All right,
so,
there you go.
Honestly, I feel like I left my heart in New York City. I have to go find it again, you know? So I had to go find it out there again. So I've gone out there a couple times. Of course, like for the Dominican Republic trip.
Yeah.
Me and my friends, we actually had a trip planned right before COVID hit. Like we're talking like March 2020.
Oh.
And so I was like devastated, right? But then one of my other friends, Shay, hi Shay, again, we're
Hey,
referencing you. Hi. But
Hey, Shay.
she had an internship out there in New York City, and so she was like an hour out of it, but the train is like right there and it could take you right into New York City. So I went and stayed out there with her, and coincidentally the weekend I went to go visit her was Pride weekend.
Oh,
And
wow.
so-
I'm sure that
my
was
God.
fantastic.
It was so funny because on the website it said like, you know, it's going to be like a socially distanced event, like
Yeah,
we're
right.
going to be taking precautions and stuff like that because
Right.
it's like
New York.
2021.
Right.
When I tell you, this was like maybe 20 blocks of just like wall to wall people, and it was like everyone in like bikinis and like just like basically thongs and stuff like that, and it was like
they're showing their pride, man.
They really were.
Pride
But
weekend.
it was just like it was a beautiful experience to experience, and just like being around that many people and stuff like that. Everyone was so loving and inviting and everything.
That was something. So last year was the first year I'd ever been to a Pride event, and it was just the one here in Albuquerque.
Yeah,
I have never felt more uplifted and more like treated well by a group of people. Everyone was like, "Girl, slay!" And like if you need a confidence boost, go to Pride this year. Like seriously, like everyone I met there was so kind and just really boosting each other up. So was the New York crowd like that as well?
It was, right?
That's
and
awesome.
So, and especially in queer history, there is a lot of like momentum that is in New York City. So like literally, there was a point of the night where like we were like partying outside of Stonewall Inn, where like the gay liberation movement had began like 50 years ago. Like it gives me chills to like talk about. Like,
that's so cool.
It was just like a very amazing experience. But like every part of like New York City, from like Hell's Kitchen to any of the 5 boroughs, it's just like an amazing experience. And just like the public transit, like honestly, maybe it's because I come from New Mexico, but like just like this
so
ability
cool
to like go literally anywhere. Like I took a nap in like Central Park before. Like I just like it's just like one of my favorite places to go. So I think that's probably my favorite destination. Yeah,
and I haven't ever been there, so I'll have to take
Me
a
either.
trip.
I was gonna say
that's like one of my top like 10 places to go, but it's just one of those things where like I guess I haven't ever made the effort or plan to get out there because I'm like, well, it's much easier to go to like Denver.
Well, and cost effective, right? I'm like, I can go hang out in Manitou for a week for like $1,000. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah,
but definitely gonna happen
on the bucket list, 100%.
Yes.
That sounds so fun.
I recommend it for sure.
Okay, good to know. I'll have to do
What
that.
about you, Pam?
I will say my go-to is probably, I have 3. So Durango, I've gone to Durango probably 2 out of the 4 anniversaries I've had. I've been in Durango. Other one, I've gone to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
That for me is pretty good, but because my anniversary is in March, it actually was March 9th. It's a good time. Thank you.
Sorry,
no,
bad sister.
No, I don't even care. No, don't even care. No worries. But like that during March is a beautiful time of year in Phoenix because it's like warm enough. It's in the 70s, 80s, not too bad.
Oh, okay.
But it's not scorching.
Yeah.
No, not at all. And even at night, it's like hot or low 60s, so it's really nice at night. So beautiful time to go. I'd recommend March or even October in Phoenix is the best time to go.
Nice.
So definitely love it there. There's lots to do out there. And then Denver, I don't know if I've said that yet. I said Durango.
You said Durango.
Okay,
yeah, but Denver.
So Denver is also one of my favorite places to go just because I love Denver. It's almost like that larger town feel.
Yeah.
And it just feels like so close. Funny enough, Denver and Phoenix are like the same distance apart almost.
Yeah, it's about 6.5 hours to either one.
But,
Right now, you're gonna move to one of these.
I mean,
no, we gotta just move everybody north because
That's
climate change. Once New Mexico becomes the new Arizona, I'm out. So moving to Colorado. I'm coming for you.
You know what? I've actually said
there
this.
we go.
I will totally move to Manitou or Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
That'd be a great area.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to live in Denver though.
No,
but being closer would be cool.
See, an hour away, so like if there's some good concerts I want to go to,
Yeah.
I drive an hour to Denver and then come back. I'm
Exactly.
like, oh,
Everybody goes to Denver. Literally every
Yeah.
band I know goes to Denver.
Every band goes to Denver and Phoenix, which is kind of funny. So that's why it's like you go to any of those hubs. And that's probably why I've been to these places is because of concerts. I will say that's why I go to these places. But those are my 3 go-to. So.
There you go.
It is what it is. I think we're about our time period, but anything else you want to say on that?
No, this has been super fun. Invite me back.
You
This
know
is
what?
awesome.
If you
This
want,
is
we
super cool.
will, because cough, cough, people have bailed. Cough, cough.
Oh, really?
A bunch of people,
Yeah.
Why?
So not
Well,
kidding.
it's okay. It's just like I think it was like bad timing, I think.
Oh,
so.
no, that's fair.
I also
Well,
got sick, so it's fine.
I have the gift
Yeah.
of gab. One of my other roommates when I was on my mission told me that I could make a conversation with a rock. So I
you and
But
me
you
are the
need
same.
you need
in
someone
that.
to chat. I'll come chat with you guys
You
anytime.
make that rock happy. Let's be
I
honest,
do.
right?
Yes, so I guess now you guys kind of see the family I come from a little bit. Ani and I
yes.
are very much loud personalities.
100%.
And I love it. And we're very much talkers. So we
Yeah.
appreciate
There you
you.
go. Thank you
Yes,
guys again.
yes.
Yes,
Coming
thank
back,
you so much.
we'll definitely have you back.
Absolutely.
But next time when we go off, we'll discuss our rants for this week. So.
Yes, we'll be right back. welcome back to the finale of this episode. It was so great to have Anna on,
yes,
honestly.
Anna was fantastic. She's so fun. And
I know.
Love having her as my sister. All of you better be jealous.
Honestly, I'm like, sister, you better step it up.
Ethan's
you know?
like, can I be adopted into
honestly,
this sisterhood?
Well, you know, that was what was really cool about her. Off camera or off microphone, she had said that I was a part of the tribe, and I was like,
Aww.
thank you. Like, that meant a lot.
I love that. Well, like I said, Anna's super caring and very much, you know, I think she's like inclusive in the fact that she really cares about the people she's around, and she really loves
does,
everyone,
yeah.
and wants to make everyone feel comfortable, which I think is really true to her nature. So if you haven't met Anna, give her a shout out. We'll relay the messages if you're like, bring her back on. Let us know.
I really think she could be a good third, honestly.
Yeah, she
I'm like,
could.
do you guys even need me though? Like, you guys could just do it, you two.
That'd be a sister podcast.
Oh,
but
yeah.
no, this is all friends here. We're all friends.
We're all friends. Right, that's right. I'm just kidding. No. But it was a really cool topic to talk about as well. I mean, learning about like your experiences and stuff like that. And where you want to go. I knew you were always a tropical person. I should have known that.
You should
but
have known.
Denver kind of surprised me, but it didn't at the same time because, like you
Yeah.
said, the shows. I knew that you like to go to shows
I'm
up there.
very much a concert, and I think that's more within my budget. I'm a concert gal, so that's, like I said, Denver for sure, Phoenix as well.
Yeah.
But if I could, I would totally go to like any show that they have in like a tropical location. You know, and they're like, oh, we're over in in Europe. I'd be like, oh, I'll be there if only I was rich. But
Oh my God. Same.
But no,
You
I
know
love
what?
hearing your stories. It made me laugh because we haven't talked travel that much.
I know,
guess.
honestly, it was funny because like right before we got on the podcast, she was like, Ethan, have you traveled? Like, what have you? I was so offended. I
He
was like, what?
Wow, Pam, you should know me better than that. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then me thinking this whole time, I'm like, he's only been to New York. That's like the furthest he's gone. And you're like, Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
I was like, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And then Anna with Norway, she by far beat all of us.
Oh, for sure, honestly. Especially like being out there for 16 months. I was like,
16,
what?
18, that's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I'm just like, she got the whole like,
yeah.
I'm living here, I'm a citizen experience. Well,
I
but
mean,
you got a pretty hefty one too for 2 months.
I did,
That's
yeah.
pretty
It was really
good.
cool. I felt like it was like a little bit more touristy though than hers.
Yeah.
Like hers felt like more like it was an assignment, and
But
mine
you
felt
got
like
to
it was
know
like
the people, which also
Yeah.
like for her, she really got in depth, and like I think that's why it was so cool getting the 3 various perspectives.
it really was.
Because like
yes.
she had the full like actually living and becoming accustomed to it experience, versus you, I felt like you had a pretty good in the middle where like you had lived there and you got to know the people. Sure, it was more touristy, but for me, I'm like straight up, this is a tourist experience. I'm only
Yeah.
here to do all the things that I've been planned on my list, you know. So
Yeah, but
That was kinda
it was
cool.
really cool, and it was cool to hear like the destinations that everybody wants to go to.
for sure.
Especially because you guys both wanted to go to Colorado. All
I
three of
would
us wanted to
move
go to
there. Yeah,
Colorado.
I think, it's one of those things like, how some cities like California is super populated.
Yeah.
Colorado is eventually going to get to that point where it's going to be like the more populated state, I would say.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
it's more mountainous and kind of more comfortable. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess personal opinion. If you don't agree, let me know. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get to our rants because we're going
And
off.
off.
Ethan,
You know
what are you
what?
going off on?
So I was telling Pam before we got on the podcast here. So it's very sensual and intimate right now because
It's very intense.
on my notes app I have at least 3 or 4 rants that I have been saving and collecting.
He's come prepared, folks.
He's coming prepared. And welcome to this segment of the ASMR part of our podcast. This is going to be a little bit of a warning because it's about to get real loud up in here. So, what I'm going to be going off this week is coffee cups with a small base. So I don't know if you've ever had this issue. So this is going to be kind of like a little bit of a cerebral kind of discussion real quick. So
Okay.
there was a point where these past couple of weeks when I was like having COVID and everything, where I had no motivation. I was sleeping 18 hours a week. Like it was like I was not doing
that's
anything.
it?
No. Sorry. A day. Sorry. Thank you for clarifying this. Anyways, so for a day I'd be doing 18 hours a day, and like I was like very unmotivated the other 6 hours I was awake. So all that being said, dishes were collecting, right? And my roommate Becky, she also had it as well. So we were both we were not just or a respondent to anything. So like we're not doing dishes or anything. All that being said, we went through all of our normal like drinking dishes over the course of a week. So we have these God bless my stepmom. I love you. I really do. But she had gotten me these like last little coffee mugs, but their base is literally the size of like maybe a quarter. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like very thin at the base, and it kind of like blossoms out to like what a normal coffee cup would be.
Okay.
So it's very top heavy, right? So during these days, I would like be drinking water out of them, and I would have it right by my nightstand. And so my alarm, because I was, stupid, and I didn't realize that I should be turning off my alarm would still go off.
Your alarm is still going
so
off.
I would be waking up at time when it was supposed for me to go to work, and so I'd be waking up and I'd be like, oh my god, and so like I would like smack the coffee cup by accident. It would knock over. And so on my nightstand, I have electronics, I have a lamp, I have my charging station. It would fall over onto all of these, and so everything would get soaked in water. I'd be like, shit! And so I'd be grabbing my alarm clock, I'd be grabbing my wireless charger, because like if water gets in there, it's gonna be fucked. And so I was like, oh my god, no. So I was grabbing all of this stuff. And so all this being said, I have realized I need to be better about doing the dishes myself, because God bless Becky, she does them pretty frequently, and I have been the one who's been slacking about this. But I literally saw what happens when you do not contribute to the chores of the house, because I was literally over here like at like 7 a.m, like like having like a whole conundrum, and it was like literally like karma. I feel like it was really karma right then and there, because it was like, oh, you're not going to be doing the dishes, you're going to be experiencing some pain, and you're going to be paying for this in electronics.
Use the cup that you don't necessarily use all the time.
Yeah, exactly. So I guess that's kind of my rant. It's just like, I don't know why these coffee cups, first of all, have to be like so small at the base. And I understand why my stepmom gave them to me. She was like, here you go. Like, we don't want them in the house. Like, you can definitely take them. And so they're like kind of my last resort cups. But I'm like, why does somebody think that it's good to make a top heavy cup,
I agree. There's some glasses that shouldn't be in the shape that they are. And you're just like, who thought,
this would be cool. Yeah.
Engineering wise, who thought this was like the move? Let's do this. No, that sounds terrible. I'm so sorry. That's
okay.
a rough moment.
It's all right.
Especially having COVID, you're like cleaning, you're like, oh, my head hurts.
Exactly.
I'm feeling like shit.
I feel like I just ran a marathon. I'm like like wheezing through it. It was horrible.
Bless your soul. That sounds so rough.
But that's my rant. What about your dear Pam? What did you have in mind?
Man. Mine. Feel like it's 50-50, personal and then work.
Yeah.
So right now, I'm a little pissed because I know in certain states they have passed a law where like pay equality is a thing, meaning that like corporations have to disclose how much they're paying certain individuals.
I think that'd be amazing.
Like that.
Yeah.
Right. You think?
Yeah.
Seriously. Okay, sorry, that's my anger coming up. But I had a talk with my boss today, kind of just like, I really think, we should be more transparent in how people are getting paid, because I don't think it's fair. Like, of course, experience aside, that's something I think you should get paid more for. Or if you have like a degree in something specific, okay, I could totally see you like arguing why you should get paid more than someone else who's doing the same job and doesn't have that experience or that qualifications. But I just think it's unfair that corporations are able to hide how much they're paying people, because you got people over here getting paid, higher than the average. You have people getting paid way below average, and then you have people that are kind of like steadily in the middle. And for me, I get annoyed necessarily like not for my job in particular, because it's pretty like out in the open how much you're going to get paid. It's about like how well you work, because I'm pretty like I'm like a base salary, but most of it's commissions. So it is all entirely on how much you like work, things like that, how well you do.
Yeah.
But like in other jobs, especially like hourly jobs, you have people that like, for the same job can be getting paid like, let's say $16 an hour versus someone who's doing the same job getting paid $24 an hour.
Yes.
Like, how is that wage so varied? And it's all just based on, like, you know, when you got hired, what time, and especially because in the last, like, few years, wages have increased dramatically.
They have.
Because of, you know, rise of costs of living have increased. You know, that's something, as well as, like, people are realizing, oh, if I'm going to be in this role, I should be getting paid more. And so, you know, I guess in the terms of, let's say a Walmart, for example. Okay, I'm going to call you out, Walmart. Don't
do it.
because I don't work there. But, you know, for example, this is all hypothetical, so you have no grounds, okay?
This is a hypothetical. We're just using a name.
We're just using a name. But, you know, let's say I, as a cashier, got paid $12 an hour, okay? And that's where I started. And you know how companies give yearly increases or even, like, you know, semi-annual increases?
Yeah.
To, like, just be like, oh, here, thanks for being an employee. But then, you know, even with those increases, by, like, the end of 2 years, I could only be making, like, $12.75.
Yeah.
Versus someone who gets hired later on is making like $14 an hour. How is that fair when I have more experience? I've been more like in this role. I have helped, you know, this company over time, and they don't pay me the way they should. They're paying someone else they need to hire on because they're running out of people. They pay them more.
Well, and this is something that I've had discussions with other people about as well, because
Yeah.
I have friends who like have worked for the same company for years, and like they don't have they have way more experience than these new people who are coming on board, but they're getting
Right.
paid at that same level. Like how does a company fix that? I feel like
Right.
you got to like give more compensation to the people who are coming in or like have been with the company and have that loyalty to the company. Like
Right.
they should really be compensated to it, or else you're gonna lose them. Like I feel that way,
Exactly.
right?
But like, that's also like the downside is like you shouldn't have to look outside of your company to get paid a decent wage.
That's
Like,
true.
If you've been with your company long enough, like I think over like 3 years is pretty sufficient for anyone to realize you're pretty loyal for a company.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you want to keep that talent and keep that person?
I would
by
think so,
giving them
right?
a decent livable wage instead of being like, oh, you can't talk about wages with anyone, because you probably know that someone else that got hired like 6 months after them or a year after them is getting paid like $2 or $3 more than they are. Like, I get you don't want to, like, you know, it's all about, you know, being, I guess, what's the term I'm trying to say? Everyone seeing all. you
Yeah.
know?
Well, I think it keeps accountability. Like if you had
Yeah.
that transparency where it showed what everybody was making,
Mm-hmm.
you're going to have to be more accountable. Like, okay, Pam has been with this company for 5 or 6 years. Like,
Right.
and she's getting paid the same amount that Fred, who just walked on the job, is. Like, that's not
Right.
going to be great, you know? So
And
it's going to
it's
keep more
not.
accountability, right?
Yeah, and I guess that's my whole rant is I think based on what you've done at your job, how well you're doing, raises shouldn't be minimal, like, you know, 15, 25 cents an hour.
I agree.
It should be more like, I guess, hefty. If you're there another year, you should be getting paid at least like 75 cents an hour. You know, like something
That makes sense
hefty.
to me as well, yeah.
Because you know you're gonna hire on someone else like 2 years down the road, and they've gotten $1.50 over the past 2 years in a raise, and this new person will start $1 less than what they're getting paid. That'd make more sense personally, and maybe that would help people retain more employees.
I think it really would, because there's a high turnover, especially in this country right now, you know?
Turnover is insane because people are just trying to get, what they think is, a fair pay for what they do. So I think that's just my rant. Pay equality should be a thing, and people should be able to know what their coworkers are getting paid for what experience they have.
I agree. I really do. I'm sorry that's happening.
No,
Ugh.
you're good. I mean, and it's not necessarily for me. It's just a rant I've been having just in general about corporate America. They're trying to cut costs by shorting people who should be getting paid more for what they do.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wild. Sorry, I went deep on that. I'm just
No, it's
saying-
good. You know what? A rant
Yeah.
doesn't always have to be surface level. You can really
No.
get into it, you know?
Right, and I just think this is something that more people should be, raising awareness of, because how is it going to get fair if not more people are thinking about becoming more equal? That's just a thought. Sorry,
Totally.
people. I wanted to go deep on this. Thank you
No,
for
I
coming
love
to my
it,
TED
yeah.
Talk.
You can find this TED Talk at youtube.tedtalk/newmexico.com.
You should snippet this and we should put it on the Instagram page.
I really
'cause
think
this
we
is
should.
Everyone needs to know.
Yes.
Stop letting them lie to you about your wage.
Don't let them lie to you. They're lying to you. Yeah.
That's America corporate for you. Anyway.
I was going to try to do a Bernie Sanders impression, but the 1% of the top 1%.
I don't know if that's Bernie.
It's not Bernie. It was not Bernie. I was not serving Bernie.
That was not. No, I can't even do accents. Don't
Yeah,
even
exactly.
Get me
No, it's okay. But all that being said, thank you guys so much for joining us this week. It was really fun talking with your sister and like learning some more about her.
Yes.
Like she's just a doll. I love her.
So
and
sweet.
so, but to all of you guys, she is a badass. Yes, always. But as always, you guys can always follow us on the social media. Keep up with the upkeeps of the season and what we're doing. And so
we'll let you know.
yeah, and of course you can leave a like and review if you would like to. It's always just good exposure, but also we like hearing from you guys. It's really great to
Yes.
hear from you, and so
DMs or whatever it is, we love hearing it.
it's always great.
Like
Yeah.
interactions for sure. So thank you,
We do.
everyone.
And so next week we're gonna be going off again, and it is gonna be going off next week.
We're
so
going off next week.
yeah,
So join us.
join us when we go off.